First question. See what's on. All right. First question I like asking everybody is where you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Born and raised?
Born and raised in Florida.
Okay. What got you to Texas?
Military. Yeah, I got stationed in Killeen at Fort Hood. Hated that place, but yeah, it is.
What branch of military?
Army.
Army. Okay. Now, I was for a few weeks. I was like I guess bored and was watching videos on the boot camps.
Yeah.
How was the boot camp?
So because I was in like this little program prior to me joining, where I got to deal with like how it may end up being. We have this guy in Miami. He goes by the name Major Payne, based off of but he's an old like I think he's like an old staff sergeant or something. But he's decided to take kids who having disciplinary problems, and he basically takes them and like I guess mold them. So he used to do all this yelling and spitting in faces and stuff like that. So it's like it kind of got me prepared for him. So it wasn't that crazy or anything. I enjoyed it. It's an eye-opening experience. You know, it's not for everybody, but if you make it through it, it's actually a pretty good experience. A lot of stuff you can learn from
I guess what advice would you give to anybody who's trying to get into the military?
it. Make sure it's something you want to do. Don't just do it just because the benefits and stuff like that. Because granted, the benefits are nice, but what are you going to do once those benefits are done? Like once you get out, what are you doing? So make sure you're doing it for a little more than just benefits. Don't let the benefits be your main factor into doing military stuff.
Were you ever stationed anywhere?
Just in Fort Hood. I deployed a couple times. I only did like 5 years. I went in with the intent to do 20, but only managed to do 5. I deployed to like Afghanistan. I deployed to Iraq. I've been stuck in Kuwait during the summer, which ain't fun either. It's like 125 degrees night and day, so it's not fun. But as far as stations, I've been stationed in Fort Hood. I've just trained in Missouri at Fort Lawson Woods, which is Fort Leavenworth, Missouri. But that's pretty much about it.
I've never been to that part of the world. What was it like out there?
In Afghanistan and Kuwait?
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed Afghanistan. Which is I don't think that's too uncommon, because a lot of people who are like military that I know actually has the same response. They enjoyed it. One of the things that surprised me was like the people in Afghanistan were actually some of the nicest people I've ever met. Which again is contrary to popular belief. The food and stuff is amazing. Yeah, the food and stuff is amazing. As far as like I said, it's just the people. I just like the people. I enjoy the people. Some of the most genuine, nicest people I've met. Granted, there are some people that you can run into that hate your guts, but you hardly ever see them unless you're doing something that requires you to be that close to them.
Okay. Is your family near here, or are you out here by yourself?
It's just me, my wife, and kids. My family's still on the East Coast. Like all my family's on the East Coast.
Said your wife and kids. Okay.
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
3.
3 girls, 2 boys, or 2 boys?
I got 2 girls, 1 son. My son's 3. My youngest daughter is 4. Oldest daughter is 9, going on 10 this year. And their birthdays are right around the holidays, so we both broke.
Where'd you meet your wife at?
I met her in Pacific, Florida.
She was with you before you went to the military? I mean, before you moved out?
Yeah. So we were together before we went to the military. We were not married yet.
Yeah.
But we were dating prior to it. Like me and her, before we got married, we were dating for a while. Okay. Let's say we were dating for like at least a year or 2. And then joined the military. We've been together for a total of 8 years, but we've been married for 6.
What was like the setting at? Like, were you
Church?
Church?
So it's a funny story. So me and her, she tells me, well, I have this conversation all the time. My kids ask me too. So I never actually seen her. She seen me, and it was a day where I didn't even want to go to church because I'm not much of a person that likes to sit in church and watch the politics and stuff of it. But that one day, I actually ended up going to church. I was staying with my granddad at the time, so I didn't have anything to wear to church. So he pulled out a suit, an all white suit. He said, "Hey, we gonna go to church, man. We go to church all shiny and bright." So I ended up walking to church. I didn't have a haircut or nothing. I was just working, and I didn't care about anything else. And she said that she saw me. She saw the afro and the beard and stuff, and she was just. She said that was the movie she knew. But it's like I still was like, I don't. So she actually popped into. She was actually my granddad's girlfriend at the time. She was a family friend of hers, and they actually. She actually told me that, hey, so I got this friend who wants to meet you. She wants to try to talk to you. And at the time, I thought that I was like, oh, okay. And she actually showed up one day to my house. Now, mind you, I didn't have my glasses on at the time, so I'm blind. Like, I'm nearsighted, so I can't see details or anything like that. So when she came up, so my oldest daughter is not my biological daughter. She had a daughter in another relationship.
Yeah.
But she's my daughter. So she came, she walked up, she was holding my daughter, or she was holding my daughter at the time. And she was trying to talk to me. Like me, I would just ignore it. I was like, I wasn't really trying to, I don't know, I wasn't really into the conversation. And my little brother was the reason I even got into it. Me and her got started dating. My little brother's like, bro, you gonna let her walk away without getting her number? At the time my phone was off, so this is around kick time. We were using kick and stuff. So I was just like, I asked her for her kid information and stuff like that, and we've been talking ever since. And that's been, so we've been talking for, I'm not going to include the marriage part, but 8 years.
Yeah.
As far as like us talking together, 6 years married. So.
Okay. What line of work are you in now?
I'm actually a train technician or transit technician, where I'm working on the DFW Skylink trains. So been doing that for I think a little over 8 months.
Okay, how's that?
Oh, I love it.
Love it?
I love it. It's something different. So like I went to school for diesel and automotive mechanic, and that's another thing I never thought I'd get into. But and when I got the opportunity to do like the transit technician, I was like, oh, I could work on trains. I've never done that. Something interesting, cool, and so far I'm enjoying it.
Okay. Now, what was your childhood dream growing up?
I always wanted to be a cop.
Cop?
I'm working on that now, which is trying to be a cop. But I've always wanted to be a cop. Okay. And it's mostly because a lot of my family are in law enforcement. So.
Okay, so if a genie had came up to you and was like, you got 3 wishes.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't ask for more wishes.
Oh, that'd be the first one.
What 3 wishes are you getting granted?
I honestly don't even think I would even ask for anything because I got everything I want. But
sure.
If we were to, I would say, man, it's hard. Yeah, I don't think I even changed anything I have currently. So.
Do you have any wants or desires in your life?
No, I got, like I said, I got everything I need.
I mean, I've like, cause I've had like people, cause I was people thinking like they're like, health and wealth of their family, to where like, no sickness will come against any of them, pretty much.
The way my mind works is more like I'm alive, my kids are happy, wife's happy, got a house. Money doesn't really move me much anymore, so I can't say I wish I had more money. You can go down a little further. So, but yeah, I think I have everything I want. I wouldn't change it for the world. Okay. I wouldn't add, like as far as wishes now. So yeah, just the gate over here.
Which one?
On the left.
Oh.
So.
That's it. Hey, I'm saying that. I'm about to say, last question.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you, or what do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
Oh man, I want to be successful. I want to be I'm legit trying to get into the police thing. I'm trying to work for the Fort Worth Police Department. So So that's one big thing I really want to. That's like another life goal that I want. 'Cause I did the military thing. Did that for as long as I could, and then law enforcement. Granted, my granddad, he's he's with the FBI. I thought about doing that too, but yeah, law enforcement would be my thing. Working for the police department.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, man.
No problem.
Hope you have a wonderful week, man.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
as well.
Thank you. So I don't know about you. I can deal with 100 million if